Very well then. Let's see what horrors await us. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes, I know they do. What's she talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Oh. Good to see what Howlers are then. Then, what are we gonna do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, May. We shall give them reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed. One of us can draw them out, under the reader's watch, which shall be just like one of our rights. It turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, mister. Please, you have to let me. And the scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Jodario exchanges looks with Hedwig. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Okay. May intends to help fend off the Howlers, and we shall prepare for them. That howling sound. It means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. I assume it's like a tutorial in case you didn't use her in the last rites. Oh, you can just walk into them as well, huh? More, I think. There's many more. Oh, here they come. Here they come. The whole waiting for the right time to strike. Just then, May spots something creeping toward her. Ooh, what? Okay. Oh, that's not good. Howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on May. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Okay. To driving. Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by driving standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. The drive imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. You sense some pattern in the drive imp screeches. He seems welcoming of this. This drive imp seems to have history with your black wagon. You are beginning to understand him. The drive imp recognises you as the new reader of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. Oh. The drive imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other drive imps stare at him with something like reverence. Oh. The drive imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. Welcome him aboard. Well. And we get to talk with him. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of Howlers. He has no love of Howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone, and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. Okay then. He bounds off towards his brethren settled in the wagon's rafters. Yep. But for now, we shall continue looking for the minstrel. Hopefully. Very well then, to Lixand we go. Edwin orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the dry flats of Dromeware Valley. Exiled curs roam this sand-swept fossil wasteland. Among the 8 scribes, the alpha-cheap Dromeware Many-Mane took a special liking to this region. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. A figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, and arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then, the imp rushes out towards whoever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, but in an almost joyous way. Ah, we have found him. Tizo. Ah, the imp's name is Tizo. Okay. He is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's black wagon. Tizo, it is good to see you, and you found the others, even faster than expected. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns towards the rest of you. Hello. We have not yet met. I don't know about that, you were kind of just there. And then you weren't there. And now you're here again. We have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. Please don't. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? Aye, my client, Sanderwood. He was your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. Oh. The plot thickens. So, what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But, I mean to accompany you. Would that be alright? Edwin and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tariq. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. He appears to be a travelling musician, yet seems to be connected to the rites. Huh. There's a very ominous moon motif going on as well. The lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. Onwards! The cairn of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon to commence. Reader, If you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon, at your leisure. Oh, a slug market again. No joy.
Oh,
hey guys, fancy running into you this side of the sand. So what can I do for you? Run? How'd you make it all the way ahead of us? Come on now, Mr. Greentail. Can't just give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you've been such a good customer and all, is provide you a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you bought that Mooncrest finger from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could use this, and I got more if you want. Oh, pinch of stardust. Raises the rank of certain talismans. Ah. Okay. A shimmering substance with mystical properties. Ooh. Said to come from the heavens themselves. Ooh. Thank Ron for the sample. Oh, and he has more items. Lucrative contract. After banishing an adversary, the bearer gains +1 to the, up to this many times per eye. Oh. That's interesting. So you can equip someone with that and gain extra money during a rite. And it's quite cheap as well. I think I just have to. I might have to. You shall have. Yep, sure. Okay. God. I think that's it for now, then. Come see us again, guys. We shall see. The minstrel wishes to converse with us, of course. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of a book of rites, which means that you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. Ah. He has left his lute behind, of which he chronicles great deeds through song. Interact to listen to various music from your quest. Oh. The lone minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. Oh. There is a lot of songs. There is a lot of songs in this game. Okay. Hey. The rope caller, in the words of Golgolophanian, the Master General. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend, if only he could grasp it. Whispered in his ear that Kaelmer rope caller. His elder and most trusted aide would that I slew that man myself. He was a simple and yet brilliant ruse. His was a simple and yet brilliant ruse, to draw the Emperor farther still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. Wow. Heir to one's undoing, it seems. But for now, we have matters to attend. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Howlb, anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time, and then... Oh god, what? Why wasn't this music here before? Kinda catchy. Oh god. From out of nowhere charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Yeah. Psst, that's Barker Ashpaws. Real piece of work. Just don't make eye contact. Yeah, no. That's, not exactly someone you'd like to meet down a dark alleyway, is it? He is a troublemaking cur who thrills into the feet of the triumvirates who stand against him. Oh god. Oi, well, would you look at this lot? Even got one of our own. Consorting with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace there, mate, you realise? Oh god. Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rights. Boy, I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're not going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot on the high and mighty Nightwings here, but I'm gonna make sure you regret it, because, why not? Wow. Sounds good, sounds good. Oh god. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumble after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow. Oh my. Still very good music.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed Cairn of Howlb. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents.
Aptly named.
Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Oi, come on you lot! Let's boil some blood! Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look, chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about his history with Barker whenever time permits. It's alright, Ruki. We can take care of him. Oh, the music stopped. Darn. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Oh? Do not be coy with us, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rights are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. What, Tizo? Oh, yes. A creature wearing tiny raiments appear out of the lone minstrel's side. Yep, it's Tizo. Tizo seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries, the dissidents. Absurd. The imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal. So long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though, you need not take my word for it. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. The little imp peers at you. You sense his connection to rights as he awaits your guidance. Okay then. Oh. Tizo seems excited to demonstrate some of his favourite tricks. Reader, influencing Tizo may take some getting used to. He is inviting you to try. Another tutorial.
Another joins your ranks, and a mere imp. Although, no, it cannot be. Then we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
You know of this imp, do you? Strange narrator person? Oh. Here's an extended flight. That's pretty interesting. Oh. And he can zip around the battlefield. Wait. Implode, huh? Oh, wow. That's his area. That's his area of influence, is it? Yep. Tizo soon returns after imploding. Well, that's good. We want him to stay away too long now, would we? Okay, so when you're fluttering, you can't zip. And when you zip, you can't flutter. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, Sassium. Well done as ever, Tizo. Tizo is happy to lend his support during the rites, if you could use his help. Okay. Well then, reader, who shall conduct the rites in the name of the Nightwings?
Now let us get started.
Good question. We have quite a few people now. And indeed, Ruki is unwilling to play this night. Well, we have him, might as well try and use him. How about
Joe Dariel.
Dariel?
Tizo.
And May.
May.
Terios?
It is done.
Tizo is ready to prove himself against the distance. Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys. Let's get him. Why is he Australian? Ah, the music's back. Yes.
Now begin. The orb, take it.
There we go. Oh, you can fly with the orb. That's rude. Nope. Nope. Oh, that did almost nothing. I guess it's affected by the how far you throw it. Oh boo, do yourself. Oh no. Darn.
Tizo doused them
No.
high.
It is pretty... It seems pretty bad that you can just fly into their Pyre.
You have it.
But I guess it's again
Magnificent.
balanced out by the fact that Tizo's damage is so low.
Didn't see it coming.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Oh, darn. Oh wow, I can't make this as well as I'd hoped to.
Goodbye, Joe Dariel.
No.
Shame.
Darn. That's what I get for faffing about.
Good.
Nope. Nope.
Flames grow.
Another one just spawned in. I got quite lucky there. Alright, you lot, that does it. No more fussing about, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. Yeah, you really look it. Okay.
Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up. Whatever shall you do against so fierce a foe?
Nope. I wonder. Ah, it can be dropped? No? No! I didn't realise that was a thing that could happen. Well, everyone's back now, so... Sure does. I should probably try it harder.
None left unscathed. United in banishment. Righteous fire.
Oh, it's not. It's still got a bit left.
No
Teaser,
more
please
than
finish.
flame remains.
Nope.
And it is done.
Again, I probably should have tried to
Nightwings
dash
prevail
again.
yet again. Meanwhile, their adversaries wallow in defeat.
Too bad, so sad.
The right is done.
Perhaps now they will sure learn some humility. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it. Teaser is excited to have prevailed in his first right with your group. Well, well, I'll be a heaping bag of dung. Okay, but I just can't believe you shoddy lot showed us for what for like that. My boys and I, we'll have to take you just a tad more serious next time. Till then, you just be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything. You hear? Oh, you have a history, do you? Very well then.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust. Something's awakened in the moon-touched girl.
The scribes, they whisper to me. They do, from time to time. Choose a mastery. Tricks of a road caller, writes masteries enhancing a savage's deafness and trickery. None could predict or outsmart Kael'thas road caller, chief aide of the Emperor of Sar. Heightened reflex, the brief charge-up time before May jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. Oh. That was one of the few gripes I did have with her, so... Enemies of the Empire found armies at their doorstep before they realised what was even happening. Traitor's flight. May jumps and power jumps farther than usual. By the time Kael'thas Roadcaller betrayed his liege, he had multiple escape plans and contingencies in place. Webbed feet. While sprinting, May slows nearby adversaries. Ooh. If you're looking to dodge around people with the orb, that could be handy. The rope caller was ever elusive, and attempts to subdue him physically all failed. False step. If May is banished while jumping, she shall instantly return at the origin of her jump. Oh, that's interesting. Also, very situational it would seem. You shall conquer that river, and much more, my lord. Kael'thas rope caller's last words to Soli and Mer. I could have sworn his last words were about the celestial orb in the downside, but oh well. The Grand Traitor's leanings, writes masteries enhancing a savage's aggression and persistence. Rope Caller was an idiosyncratic man whose interests he kept to himself. Snapcast. The brief charge-up time before May can cast an aura is greatly reduced. Okay, so it's somewhat similar to the heightened reflexes, except it's just with your aura and not with your movement. Very well. Kael'thas Rope Caller learned to control his impulses, knowing it was necessary to his plans. Quick fling. May flings the orb faster and farther than usual. Kael'thas practiced throwing stones, first at distant targets, then at moving ones as well. That's rude. Sudden grasp. When saluting her adversaries, May automatically leaps toward the orb if no one has it. I assume you could use that at the start of a game and get a quick... at the start of a round, I should say. You get a quick boost on getting the orb if you switch to May. Whenever an opportunity arose for the Empire to gain in riches, the rope caller seized upon it quickly. And finally, Dark Vigor. While grasping the orb, May sprints and jumps without using stamina. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Fear not, for I shall find our liege and return him safely, and the orb as well. I'm very interested in getting into this. I don't know how useful it'd be, it sounds very useful, so I think I'll be making my way down this tree. But brief charge up turn. Yep, that's fine.
A devious trick from the rope collar.
Hey,
Enlightenment
Tizo.
seldom avails itself to simple imps.
Tizo feels solemn respect for the rites and all their myriad complexities. Oh dear, okay, more reading. Secrets of the Accursed Imp. Rites Mastery is unleashing an imp's latent and somewhat terrifying power. The diminutive imps of the downside turned out to be much more resilient than they first appeared. Oh, they're native to the downside then. Okay. Elusive nature. While fluttering or zipping, Tizo moves much faster than usual. The accursed imp survived the downside by after remaining well hidden from its many natural dangers. Safe return. After casting his implode ability, Tizo returns much faster than usual. I still have to get used to using that. Halb knew every hidden pathway and escape in all of the Jormware Valley, and flagging hands as well. Titan's Rage. Tizo's implode ability can banish adversaries in a much wider area. Ooh. Okay. The greater Titans grew to fear him after news of the demise of Shaq's Six Shoulders spread across the land. Inner Glory. Tizo deals an additional 10 damage while dousing the enemy's adversary's pyre. Yeah. That's not bad, considering how low it is currently. If you are truly cursed, friend imp, then may I thusly be, with all your qualities, solely a myrrh to Howl. And the other tree? Flights of the Swallow. Rites Mastery is enhancing an imp's utility to the rest of his triumvirate. Without the aid of Howl the Swallow, the fallen Emperor Solian Myrrh would never have survived. Moon Sign. If banished, Tizo drops a moon sign allies can instantly transport to from their pyre. Oh. Now I assume when it says banished it doesn't mean when you've imploded. But still, that could be handy. The imps of the downside flock to the highest points in all the land whenever the moon shines bright. Last laugh. If banished, Tizo automatically casts his implode ability if he does not possess the Oh, okay. There are none who would dare lay hands on any imp in anger, lest they inherit the curse of Halb the Swallow. Wildheart. When saluting his adversary, Tizo turns into a fast-moving howler, or back. That's interesting. The accursed imp Halb was thought to be the first of his kind to exhibit signs of higher intellect. Finally, Star Sign. If banished, Tizo drops an improved moon sign that boosts allies' speed and stamina. Now one would have to assume that they don't have to travel to it to get that bonus. But still, that is quite handy. There is nothing which you cannot do, friend imp, for you know how to endure, solely a myrrh to Halb. Sure that while the moon sign could be handy, I assume the only time I'd get to use it isn't if an enemy has the orb, or they are close to getting the orb, in which case I'd like to keep one or two people back to defend the pyre. So I don't really know how, in my playstyle at least, how handy that will be for me, so I think I'll have to go down this tree.
'Tis the influence of the imp scribe.
We're done.
Until the next rite.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find your freedom that you seek.